Just let me know you're here by commenting in the chat, please. We'll get started here in just a minute. Got something cool I want to talk about tonight. It's so the topic will be where would you investigate? So I got a cool little place that I saw a documentary on yesterday. So definitely would be talking about that. Get the camera going. Boo! There we go. All right. So um, take those off for a few minutes. May need them later. I don't know. Um, so let me know if you can hear me good. I got the volume adjusted a little different, and um, hopefully it's loud enough. I can't really tell exactly. Um, let's see. Okay. So yeah, kind of a cool and thing we're going to talk about tonight, and so I'll start out by saying that I saw this neat little documentary. Well, it's kind of like it was on the Travel Channel, so it was kind of like they were traveling to this place, and I can't remember the name of the show, but anyway, they were talking about uh, Vlad the Impaler, and hey, mom, and so it's in Transylvania, Romania area, and it's a real cool documentary. I found it on YouTube, and hey, Vodka, how are you? And so I found this in Romania that Vlad the Impaler, that's where he lived, And so I saw he had like three or four castles that that he went to and built or had people build for him. Now he was pretty much a bad human being. Hey sis, but anyway, he was pretty much a bad human being, but he hang on, okay. But what a place to investigate all the things that I found out about it um, through watching, excuse me, this documentary. And there's another documentary I found I want to actually watch maybe tomorrow or something if I have a minute to do that. But um, I would love to go over and investigate any one of the places that Vlad was. Okay, Vodka. Um, that Vlad was a part of, and Uh, I know my sister's in here. She loves history and stuff, so I'm sure she's read stuff about that before too. But eh, there is one castle that you can find on a live stream. Um, I think it's called Castle Braun. I think's the name of it, and I believe that is the one that's still used today, where they have people going in to take tours and stuff. And that one's pretty cool. There is one that's way up on a mountain, and most of it's been pretty much destroyed, but um, just over the years and stuff. But I think it was like 1400s is when it. I think when it was. Let me think. Yeah, I think it was 1400s. Yeah, I would love to. I would love to have an invest. Somebody call me up and say, "Hey, you want to go investigate uh, all these castles or just one?" I'd take one. I just take one. It wouldn't matter which one. There's one that takes it's like 1,500 steps to walk up a side of a mountain to get to it or something. And that's the one that's kind of torn down some. But that one would be interesting too. But all of them had a place underground where he could put his prisoners. And um, he the way he killed people off with uh, impaling them through. Actually, he took trees, from what I understand, and sharpened them up and through their bodies right through it, and he had loved it. He loved watching them twitch and die that way and stuff. It was pretty wild. So yeah, this guy's crazy, as a matter of fact. Um, but but could you imagine trying to investigate there and all the victims, people that he had killed? And I heard it could have been upwards of 100,000. And I think he had like a 7-year reign. I had to go back and watch this new documentary soon. The one I was watching was a guy that would go places and he would, I cannot remember the name of it. Mm. Anyway, so he would go to places. He goes all kind of places and it tells stories about wherever he's at. So, hey, Jan, how are you? I will, thank you. And so anyway, so it's on the Travel Channel. If you got that through the Discovery app or YouTube, you can find it there too. But it's pretty wild. It is pretty wild. Um, got the back glowing better this week. Oopsie. Got yeah the I had to change the batteries and that thing. That thing is bright. It's bright. Um, like if I turn this light off here completely, so I love it. I got one I want to get um soon. That's got Darth Vader, a picture of Darth Vader. It lights up. Love to have that. Yeah, he was fat. He was evil, but they also liked him because of what he did. He did things to kind of help out. You know, get rid of all the weirdos and sickos and all that stuff too. So he was good and bad. I mean, he did help some, and he was like judge, jury, and executioner. So some people got let off, and but not all. Unfortunately, not all. But yeah, just comment where you like to investigate too, because that'd be interesting to know where people like to investigate if they could. Um, so I hope everyone's had a good week and hope everybody stays safe this weekend. We got a big old windstorm coming in, and Tombstone, yeah, that'd be great. Love to do Tombstone. Hey, Bama, what is up, my man? Hope you're doing well. Um, what was this? Oh, yeah, we got a big windstorm coming through, but it's not going to be near as bad as most of the central part of the United States. But anyway, but I did get some places filmed this week, and I got one of those videos coming up tomorrow. Um, we miss you too, Bama. I just had to take some time off from doing some live streams for a bit. Um, I was pretty quiet about it up until recently, and I was talking about how all the drama was driving me nuts last year. Not with you guys, not with anybody here on the live streams and stuff. It was just the sheer fact the paranormal drama all over Twitter and stuff like that. It was just I got to a point where I just got to myself and just started filming and just kind of took a break, a year long break, but a break. Hey, Lakeshore, how you? But I had to take that break. Sometimes you have to take a break from things. No problem there. But yeah, like I said, I did a couple of videos. Me and Marnie went with me. What was it? Wednesday. Um, and we went up to what's called the Mystery Cemetery. And it's up on a hill, and it's pretty weird, but it's been cleaned up good. I will say that. And I think I'll put that video up on Tuesday, but or maybe next Saturday. I'm not sure, but anyway, they've cleaned it up. There used to be like a lot of homeless people up there, and they've got it cleaned up and they're fencing this place off. And I think it's just made it a little easier to go up there and enjoy um, a cemetery. And anyway, we got some real good stuff that came through there. So when y'all see that video, I think you're really gonna like it. But the video I got coming up tomorrow will be 1 o'clock, um, around 1:15, I think I have it set. And it was a video I did. I think it was Tuesday, and got quite a bit of stuff in. Um, Interesting. It's kind of like I will give you a little glimpse into it. It seemed like a husband was looking for his wife. That's pretty much what I was leaning towards in that video. But I will say, the investigations have picked up for us. I mean, we're getting some real good evidence. And another thing I would suggest, and I see people get frustrated when they go to places and don't get anything. Um, my suggestion is go back as many times as you can to the same places over and over again, and it will help. It helps a lot. It's helped us at Riverside, at Helens Bridge, places like that we go to quite a bit. And the more you go to those over and over and over again, the more likely you're going to get more and more evidence, and real good evidence. So you just got to kind of do that. Oh, thank you, Bama. Yeah, I've been putting some things on TikTok here lately, off and on. I don't know how much longer TikTok's going to be around, but maybe, who knows? Maybe be around a while. But um, yeah, I've been putting some YouTube shorts up here. That's kind of helped uh, get people to see some things we got. Even our older videos. Me and Marty were going back and watching some of our vlog stuff, and 'cause we talked about doing vlogging again. And we do have another channel already anyway. And this one used to be Crossroads Explorers, and then I changed it to CRX Paranormal. But when we start doing vlogs again, we're on another channel. It's going to be called Crossroads Explorers again. So this will be Crossroads Explorers vlogs. So um, can't wait to do that. We used to do those. We got, gosh, I guess maybe 10 or so vlogs up, kind of, I guess. Then we turned it all over to paranormal eventually, but yeah, we'll go back and do vlogs again. I know people like those as well. I'm glad to see everybody in here. I know last week was a short notice, and it was just because I wasn't sure if I was going to go up on the live stream last week because I just wasn't feeling well. I'm still getting over this allergy stuff, but oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that vodka. I stopped to get coffee as much as possible the other day. Um, But last week I just couldn't hardly talk. I went maybe about 30 minutes, I guess, and that was it. But I do like the way StreamYards is set up now to where we can like do picture in picture a little better, and I can explain videos. That's what I want to do sometimes too, is get on here and explain some videos and more in depth, because I just don't really have that time to do that during editing. I know some people do that, but it does make a video go from like maybe 15 minutes to an hour when you do that sometimes. So I feel like if I need to explain a video, or if you guys want to, you can always comment on Twitter and say, hey, could you, on this live stream coming up, could you talk about this video in depth? I'll be more than happy to do that. Because I mean, I just feel like sometimes videos, some need a little more explanation. Like I did get, and what was interesting was, in this video I put up this past video, there was a leaf on the headstone, at the bottom part of the headstone, and there was no wind, and it was a flat surface, and that leaf is like somebody pulled it off, just the way it was looking as it was falling. Now I didn't see that while I was filming, but I did go back when I was editing and said, "Wow, that's pretty different," because I see leaves blowing and flopping through when I'm filming, but I never seen one do quite like that before. So that was different, and that's also the same video where I got the EVP when I did the recording, and I got what sounded like footsteps walking around because I didn't hear that with my natural ear. I didn't hear it till I went back and watched that. So um, anyway, if y'all hadn't seen that video, it's the last one I just put up. Please check it out because it's pretty wild. Um, and that's the same cemetery where about 5 or 6 years ago, me and Marty got that disembodied voice for the first time. That was our first ever disembodied voice, and I think one of the only ones, other than the dog whimper, which is pretty wild too. Um, um, but yeah, please check out now. The next video coming out is going to be pretty cool too. Um, and then I may put up the one with me and Marnie going up to that mystery cemetery, as I call it. It does have a name, but I can't remember what it is. It took me several years to find it, and I had to find it through the Find a Grave, and that's a cool app. Let me show you that because I talk about this a lot, and if they want to sponsor us, that'd be great. But it's called Find a Grave. You know, see that? Um, called Find a Grave, and all you got to do is just like hit the cemetery. Oh, crap, the cemetery search or the memorial search. So my suggestion is if you, hey Slim, how's it going, bud? Um, excuse me. If you go to a cemetery and you hit that cemetery search, and you just go to where you're at, like if it's Riverside or something, and this is where I'm finding more success with, like if I get a name to come through, and um, let's say Billy Bob comes through or something, I can look on that cemetery and go into an advanced search and look up that name, and there's a lot of times I will find it, and then sometimes you're just right there near it because the one at Riverside, when I got Charles to come through, I was standing like 2 feet away from Charles, the marker there with his name on it. So sometimes you get lucky with that. But please, yeah, it's free to download, and you can just go through and check. Um, like let me just do this real quick. Again, I would love for them to sponsor me if they would, but I don't know that they would. Let me see if I can find Riverside. What is that one? Well, here's just a random church. It's called New Liberty Church or whatever, and it'll show. I don't know how good y'all can see that. I hope y'all can, but like 200 memorials right there. So if we wanted to go into the memorials, and let's say we wanted to look up, I don't know, Bob. Let's say the name Bob came through my ghost tool. What I have to do is, because it's a first name, you have to go to the advanced search, and you go to the first name and put in Bob. I don't know if that would come through or not. So there's one guy named Bobby that comes up, and so um, in that cemetery, I'd be looking for that headstone, and trying to find Bob if that was who it was. Um, now see a line through the window. I probably got all kinds of stuff going on in here. I used to keep haunted stuff in here in this room. Vodka, yeah, I would think so. Because when I go into to the to the app, it takes me to my precise location where I'm at. So it brought me to the house here anyway. But you can type in the cemeteries if you like. What I find it easy to do is, um, when you get to that cemetery, just go ahead and use it then, and then look for whoever you're looking for. It has worked wonders to help me find if there is somebody there. Now, I will say this: me and Marnie was looking for a name of Garrett the other day, and I looked in the first names. There was no Garrett, but there was a GD. I think his last name was Engel, I believe is what it was. and that gets interesting. I won't go no further than that, but sometimes headstones will have initials on it, and if you're looking for Bob, and it might be BD Smith or something, that could be Bob. And so you have to do a little more investigating, like K2s, and see if they'll help you out with it. Oh, okay, Bama. I got you. I thought you meant something here, but um, yeah, I don't know. I will say this: this room has had haunted dolls and stuff in it. It doesn't no more. It's got all my comic book and things like that in it now. But I've had haunted dolls and stuff in here for a while. So I might get stuff. You might see things in here. I don't know. You might see orbs or who knows what you might catch in this room. Um, because my whole house area, I mean, this whole land is haunted anyway. But I tell you, Bama's helped us so much over the years as well with live streams and things like that, helping us with things and stuff. So I appreciate everybody's help with those live streams in the past of words we get and things like that to come through. Yeah, yeah. As long as they put the info in that app, you're right, sis. Because sometimes you can go in and here's where it kind of hurts too. Not getting all that info. So I'm trying to think of an example. Um, Sometimes you just get the name and the headstone, the picture of the headstone, and sometimes there's spouses and children or whatever. Um, and Sometimes, and this is very rare, but sometimes you'll get either the obituary or some kind of a bio that tells you a little bit more about them. That doesn't happen often. It's very, very rare for me to find that. Um, but if you got those things, and if it's in there, what helps is if you, let's say Bob came through, and I asked Bob how he died, and let's say he said uh, shot. And if I go into that app and it shows that Bob's bio is in there and it said he got shot, that's great confirmation. But it's rare that you get those bios, unfortunately. But if you can at least get a name and find out where that headstone is, um, you know that it's sometimes a trip trying to find them. Now the dolls, they're doing good. I've added more to them since then. Got those clown dolls out there now. Jane's behaving. Jane's doing good. She's the only one out there. She's like the leader of the group out there, I guess you could say. I put her in charge of all the spirits. Yeah, they can do that too. Yeah, they can be wrong information sometimes. Now, if it's an obituary, that helps. Um, which again, I've not come across a lot of those either. But at least I can find, and then and it's also good too if you're going to a cemetery looking for a particular someone, like Abraham Lincoln's bodyguard. Um, and what happened was I was actually able to kind of pinpoint where is that in Riverside, and if it got good pictures, you might get a good background of a tree or of a road or something like that that can help you with what is it called, like landmarks or whatever, that you might be able to find them a little easier. Now there's been times I've not been able to locate, even though I found the name in the app. I've not been able to locate the grave because Riverside is huge. Slim's been with us to Riverside before. That place is huge. Hey, Pittsburgh Paranormal, you still got the doll Marnie gave you? Is it haunted? I wasn't sure if those two clown dolls I got were haunted, and I found out pretty quick. One of them got shot over money, apparently. But I've not done anything out there in the shed in about a week or so. Kind of let it die down. Now I will be going back out to the shed as soon as it starts, especially when the weather gets real nice. We'll go out there and do some more investigations like we used to. Oh, thank you, Pittsburgh. Appreciate that. Yeah, it is a very large cemetery. Thing is huge. I love it, and it's one of those places you can go, like I can go to, and if it's excuse me, if it's going to be bad weather coming up, I go to Riverside and get about 3 or 4 good videos out of it, and make sure I have plenty to put up on YouTube. So that does help a lot. No, it didn't, Bam. Actually, I found them at a thrift store, which is one place that will tell you to look for haunted dolls. That or estate sales. And so I wasn't sure. I thought, well, I'll get these dolls. No big deal if they're not haunted. And because I've got like, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's a monkey back here that I found at a thrift store and there's nothing attached to it. I've never had anything happen. And I got like Batman and other stuff. I mean, all these comic book things too in here. Nothing's haunted in here now. Um, but um, but those clown dolls, and my sister will tell you every clown doll in the world is probably haunted because she doesn't like clown dolls. But but like that monkey back here, he's not. Nothing going on with him. Now the other monkey out in the shed is I got. I think Thomas is attached himself to it. So that's pretty interesting because in the past that monkey never did anything. That doll never did anything, and clowns are evil. Yeah, yeah, he loves Batman stuff, don't he? I found that at Hobby Lobby. That thing is cool. Yeah, probably because he is. When that see, that's the thing about it. Like that monkey out there, that doll in the past, like I said, never had anything, nothing attached to it, and then all of a sudden, it's got I guess Thomas is attached to it. Because I had a feeling. There's times I'll get these weird vibes and stuff. Sometimes I'm like, oh, there could be something, and not just here at the house, but I mean when I'm out investigating too. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get her a clown. Get her a big old clown, one you can put in the corner of the room and can watch her sleep at night. Sure, she would love that. Hey, Bluegrass, how are you? She would. She would love that. A big old clown. Oh, got some new merchandise up on Teespring, by the way, guys. Want to throw that out there tonight. Um, there we go. It's a target practice. I don't do it often, but I have sent her like videos and gifs or whatever they're called of clowns. She hates clowns. But yeah, like I say, we'll go back out in the shed and do some more investigations. I know Bama loves that. I know y'all do too. And we'll go out there and do some when it gets a little bit warmer. And it is the chime has changed, so that's good. Um, and what I'm thinking about doing too is well, what me and my sister have talked about doing as well is doing the basement again. And there's also, and I can't remember where it's at, but there was a train derailment years ago that we need to go investigate. And maybe with better weather coming in over the next few months, we're able to do that. No, I never did. I've not been to Dewey's in a little bit. It's probably I know some of my videos look like I went the other day, but it's been probably about January, I guess, when I was out there last. And I keep that fidget spinner though there. I never did take the car though. I just keep forgetting to put it in my bag. Although I did get something. Hang on a minute. So I can find it. Um, if I can find it real quick. There, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So for all you who've been following us for a while, know that we had a fidget spinner move in a cemetery a few years ago, and it was a Batman fidget spinner, and that one was black, and uh, and it was looked just like that, but it was black. And Amy from What the Paranormal has it. She won a contest, so I got another one because I've tried other fidget spinners, but the Batman one was the only one I could get to move, and so I'm going to try Batman again. And see, this has kind of got a glossy shine on it too. And there was only two left that this person had, and one was like this is purple, and the other one was like I think midnight blue or something like that. And this is the one they sent me, so I was like, I'll take it. I don't care what color it is. I just want to try it out. And it was at the Civil War cemetery where that other one had moved. Um, but hopefully that right there will go. I'll put it back in my bag or I'll forget it. Yeah, I like that fidget spinner. That was a good one. We tried about 5 times before it ever got moved. Um, and I've told people in the past, sometimes you just have to wait on the spirits to do something because it could take forever. And it didn't like spin in a circle, and it just had a little slight move was all, but enough to where you could count it as unexplained. So you like the bat behind me? Thank you. Um, like I told you, found it at Hobby Lobby. So whoa, now we're hello, foggy now. There we go. I found it at Hobby Lobby, and there's one I want to get as Darth Vader. I want to put over that wall. So, but yeah, I love it. I almost didn't get it. And Marnie talked me into it. She said you need to get that. She said it looked real good in the room. Yeah, I love Hobby Lobby. Wow, I found all kinds of cool stuff there. That's the coolest thing I've found so far. But yeah, I want to get more stuff. Make sure I'm caught up on the chat. I know I missed things, guys. Sorry if I do miss something on the chat. But so yeah, so back to the whole thing of the live stream. Just let me know where you like to investigate. I was talking earlier for those who might have missed it. I like to investigate Vlad the Impaler, his castles over in Transylvania, Romania area. So if you want to comment, let me know where you'd like to investigate. It'd be kind of cool. Um, I know that's a stretch. I would never probably go over. Somebody had to help me out with that, but I would love to investigate it. Oh, does he have one too? Mm. Yeah, yeah. Hobby Lobby can be a dangerous place because you can spend a lot of money in there. They have a lot of cool stuff. Oh, but another thing I was thinking too on the live streams when we start doing investigations, because I'm going to bounce it back and forth. It's not going to be like this every week, and it's not going to be out in the shed every week with the investigation. It's going to be a mixture each week. But hopefully, I think my sister still got the security cameras going on down in their basement. My mom, dad, everybody moved recently, so that house is now dormant. And but they kept the cameras in the basement because it's just so haunted. And maybe while we're doing the investigation out in the shed, if there's anything that my sister gets through her security camera, she can send it to me, and we can kind of show you guys. And because we're just right next door to it, so um, we can kind of compare some things, see what happens. You never know. I hate pinched nerves vodka. Oh, I'm sorry for you. I get them every now and then. I hate those things. Pray that you get better. Yeah, still down there. Okay, good. So we will compare notes, and then we'll get down there and film too. So yeah, I want to try to do some more filming this week coming up, and I'm not really sure where I'm going yet, but I love to go back to the haunted picnic area soon, and not to get out to Canton area where there's a cemetery. We only filmed there one time, and it's out in Haywood County, North Carolina. And anyway, it's the driver, one of the drivers of John F. Kennedy, was is buried there. So I'd love to go back out there and find him and see if there's anything I can do to make contact. Kind of like with Abraham Lincoln's bodyguard. It is wild um, to have that here. And the wildest thing is the biggest part of my investigations in Riverside. The most I've ever seen anything go off is at O. Henry's gravesite with that REM pod, and that is pretty cool. Um, oh, I hope it eases off and gets better. Those things never completely go away. Mine's in my back. I hate it. Um, okay. Oh no, man. If you're talking about mom's land, I think they're going to just hold on to it because they just moved right above it, and so we can kind of use it as like a the old house as a place to investigate, especially that basement. Um, that's gonna be cool because in the past when we've investigated it, we've had people upstairs. Now there won't be nobody, and I think she's gotten some pretty decent activity. I've heard so, and there was a couple things I saw a couple weeks ago. So, well, Richard Pryor, he was silly anyway, wasn't he? Funny comedian. Oh yeah, that's so I'll show it to you guys again. It's called Find a Grave. Um, for those who might have missed it, Find a Grave, and I got it on Android. I'm sure it's for Apple or iPhone or whatever. But it's called Find a Grave, and I don't know. I wish it show a little better, but anyway, it's Find a Grave, and you can download it just on the Play Store, and it helps. It helps a lot. I love it. Eddie Murphy, yeah. Okay, yeah. Thank you. She got something down there a couple weeks ago, and it sounded like something speaking and talking or whatever. But we both tried our uh, Audacity app to where you can hear things better, and we could never make it out. I tried all kinds of ways to see if I could understand that voice, and we just never could. But yeah, find a grave. Find a grave. Check it out, guys. Um, I don't know about the newspaper app being on. I don't actually use the app. I just go to the website itself, newspapers.com. That's what I use. Now, that could be. I've never used it there. I just go strictly to the website. Um, I don't know. My sister might know about that. I don't know, but um, no, no, it's not. Okay. So you just have to go to the website, which is it's really easy to navigate. I love using it. Newspapers.com is a great source um, for anything you need, but also for investigations. That's where we've come across a lot of different stories we've told you all about in the past, and that one with the train wreck is uh, where Sissy found that at. So yeah, newspapers.com. And it's like $72 a year or something like that. But you get every newspaper clipping you can think of, way on back. That's another thing I'd recommend if you can do it. Oh yeah, Slim, I live up there. It seems like I go up there about, gosh, I've been up there maybe twice so far this year. Oh yeah, that's right, sis. I forgot about that. Yeah, Slim, I've been up there probably twice so far this year. I love going up to Hell's Bridge. I usually try to go up there about 4 or 5 times or more a year. I think the more I go, the better investigations I get because I get more. It's like the spirits are comfortable with you. Yeah, yeah. The newspaper.com is a real cool place to find things because man, I'm telling you, um, but so, it's mainly what you put in the keywords and stuff. I don't know if I can get that to come up or not. Hang on, let me look at something real quick. Um, let's see. Fix the layout and oops, wrong button. Um, share screen. I'm still learning this thing. I think it's that one, that, and that. Um, okay, so uh, you can probably see a little bit here. Um, an article I've been reading on newspapers.com. But anyway, you just go to, let me scroll up, and it will tell you things like you go to newspapers.com. I'm not logged in right now. I have to log in later. But anyway, this is one of the things I was reading. It's called The Killing of Marshall Witt. My sister sent me that here a while back. But anyway, that you just go to, um, let's see, let me scroll down and see. You get a 7-day free trial when you sign up too. Um, then you can kind of go, but you can just read all kinds of stuff. Um, and so one thing you got to remember though, the older newspaper stuff is not always accurate. They may have 4 or 5 different things that they talk about, and 4 or 5 different ways something happened. So um, that's something to keep in mind. Because with Dewey, there's like 2 or 3 different articles about how he died or who killed him and this and that. So, yep. Let me get this turned back off. There we go. Good night, Slim. Thank you for being here. Tell Miss April we love y'all and we'll see you soon. Find out who or what was. Oh, the mirror. I don't know. You know that mirror thing is weird. I keep it covered now. I keep like a sheet thing or whatever over it. I don't know what that mirror spooks them all out there, so I keep it covered. But she didn't like it, and there's been I think there's a lot of haunted stuff in here that's not good, so I keep it covered to keep it from messing with any of the dolls or anything out there. Yeah, yeah. News by word of mouth was horrible back in the day. So like I say, Dewey's uh, his explanation of death was like 2 or 3 different ones. Like he was shot near the mills, or he was shot down the river, or he was point blank range, or it was like across the river. I mean, it's just there's a several different stories about it. They just kind of took whatever anybody said and printed it, as opposed to now where you mostly fact check. Not all of them still do that, but that's what it's supposed to be. But yeah, it's what you should be doing at least. Excuse me. And so, but yeah, word of mouth. Yeah, that's how they got their news back then. And there's another one that happened back in oh gosh, let's see, back in '79 that had oh Marty's playing Alexa. Um, the there's a lady who died that was killed down at the river, and I've not ever made contact with her or anything, but she uh, worked at a donut shop, and some guys followed her out, and one of the guys murdered her and stuff. It's a thing you can find on Discovery app. I think it was through like Travel Channel. They did a documentary on that. Okay, Vodka, thank you for being here. Hope you feel better. Have a good evening. Much love to you. Um, so yeah, that was pretty wild too. That documentary. Oop, what did I do? There we go. Let me turn. There we go. Turn that off. But let's see. Oh, there was something I was going to show you guys about that leaf I was talking about a while ago. Let me. Oh, I didn't have it set. Okay, hang on a minute. I'll have to get it set. Um, Give me just a second. Come on. Whoop. Okay, so there it is. Let me get, and I will put this on a. Um, okay, so about right there, I guess would be a good place to do it. Um, because I want to talk about that a little bit. I want to see what you all thought as well. There we go. All right. Let me put that on full screen, And okay. All right. So let me get my ears pieces on. Oops. So check out this. Here's where it is. That little leaf right here. If you can see my cursor, and let me just start playing it from here. If you tap that ball to roll, lit up. Thank you for lighting that up. Try to tap that ball and make it roll. Okay, two's lighting up good. Thank you. Oh, thank you for doing that. I think it said me. Do me a favor and tap that ball. Make it roll. And it just falls off. And what I was saying earlier about it was just how let me get back to the full screen on me. Whoop, there we go. So what I was saying about it earlier was it was no wind and it was on a flat surface. So it was just weird because I was trying to um all I was trying to do was get to do some of that cat ball. I mean, it lit up the K2 and was doing that fine. What I wanted to do was move the ball or light it up or something. And like I say, during when I was there, I didn't see that. I didn't see that till I went back and edited it. And I had to go back and look at it a few times. And I'm like, you can hear my camera. There's no wind. And that was a flat surface of a headstone down there. And it was just like something took it and was just pulling it down. So I'm not sure. It's a little bit unexplained because there was no wind and a flat surface. So only thing I can say is it's an unexplained situation. Because I've seen leaves move while I've been out filming. It's just been because of wind. But that was totally different. So I don't know. Whatever y'all think. I mean, um, let me know because it's pretty wild. And that's the same video where I heard those footsteps in that EVP recorder. But that cemetery that okay, so also that cemetery too, is also the one that I've been to a few times where I've gotten like something like nudging me or pulling my clothes or I've heard like help and I heard it just heard it. I didn't get it through anything. I heard it. And so there's like two areas of this cemetery. It's pretty weird. The one side of it is where we got the disembodied voice several years ago, which that side had been uh, cut down with the lawnmower, looked really good. It's a little more modern. Where I was at is at the older side of the cemetery, and it hadn't been cut. It looked like Boot Hill or something out there, and I don't know how to explain it, but that side that I was on is always something going on. It is wild. Hmm. But anyway, so there's that. But like I say, for those that might have missed it, I got a video coming up tomorrow at around 1 o'clock right here on YouTube. Any of the voices that were coming through, um, not really. And I did get it was Ed that came through, and the only person I could find that had Ed anywhere in their name whatsoever was a guy named Alfred. And usually, you just like me and Marty were talking, most people with the name of Alfred, they usually go by Al or maybe Alf sometimes. But maybe he went by Ed because it was the only one I could find that had an Ed in the name at all. And having the flashlight go off, K2s and all that stuff. And that's the same where his headstone was is the same place where I heard that walking. But see, the thing is, I can play that too. Where I got that, let's see where it's at. Um, I had to find it first. Um, somewhere through here. Um, let me. Oop, come back to full screen. Get my headset back on. But I mean, I think this is the one. Hang on just a second. It's lighting up. Sound kind of foreign in a way. Airbox 3. Okay, this is where I start doing session. The EVP. Ed, can you speak in this device and tell me that it is you for sure? How did you die? Can you tell me how you died? Were you happy in life? Oh. Grass. Okay, so you heard it say grass come through there, right? So when I go back to play this recorder, that's when I hear like something walking around behind me. You can't hear it quite as good because I think YouTube's kind of distorted things just a little bit like it always does. But you can kind of hear it. I could hear it really good when I played it back. But you got grass, so it's wild. Let's see if we got anything to the EVP. Let's save the EVP. Play it back. Let's see. Ed, can you speak in this device and tell me that it is you for sure? Sounds like someone's walking. How did you die? Can you tell me how you died? Sounds like something walking. Were you happy in life? That's where we got grass. Um. Okay, so again, um, got grass, and you can hear it kind of. If you've got a headset on, you can probably hear it a little bit better. Um, but when I played it back, I could hear it sound like somebody just walking through, and I turn around and show everybody, there's nobody there but me. There's no other person. There's no animals. Nothing. It's just me. And to get grass made me think, okay, does he mean that's him walking behind me? Um, but it got pretty wild with that one. So that cemetery is pretty cool. I got to go back and do more there. I'm just not ever on that side of town too much. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, oh, get that off. If you haven't seen a video, please go check it out. It's pretty interesting. I'm not saying the leaf is 100% paranormal, just unexplained. Hard to understand what it was. No, I've not had any rocks tossed there in a while, Bam. Although I still get, I haven't really heard her come through much either. It's all kinds of stuff. I mean, people have gone up there and done seances and Ouija board and witchcraft, and it's just on and on. So you're getting all kinds of stuff up there. But no, nothing been tossed to me at me in gosh a while. So, um, but it is a pretty cool place to investigate, and that's why when people have come to work, collab with us, like Slim and April, and let's see, Steph came up, and Melly and Michael are good friends. We've all gone up there because that's where you want to take people when you go to hell. When you come to Asheville, you want to go to Hell's Bridge. So just if you like I say, if you haven't seen those videos, go check them out and see what you think. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think on the videos, and That way I know what you might have heard or saw or whatever. No, I mean it could have been the heat of the sun, maybe, but I don't know. Um, that's a good question, but um, never was able to. And anytime I've been up there before around that same time, I've never had that happen. So could be the sun, or it could have just been the fact that there was something wanting to tap to let me know they were there. That was another. I'm glad you brought that up. I about forgot about that one. That was pretty wild. Um, yeah, Helen's Bridge, we get all kinds of stuff up there. You just never know. So, but now, I was trying to think of something else I was going to say. So what was it? I guess that was it. I think I covered it with that video there. Now I would take Jane with me, and I've said that in the past, but she's so fragile, being ceramic and all that, that I'm afraid she might break. So on my last visit to the silos, gosh, that's been a while. I've not been quiet lately. It's been a bit since I've been there. Hey, Killboy, what's up? How you doing? Um, See, I've not been to the silos in a while. I've been in that area. I've been driving by there. We've gone that way, but it's uh, the silos. Excuse me. The silos is a little easier for me to get to, but so we're doing good here. Hope you are. Um, this thing seems like it's just maybe that's better. Um, but no, I need to go back though. Every time I go, I get something like chocolate and cupcake there because we found that there was a bakery there right near it before. Could never figure out why I was getting things like chocolate and cupcake and candy or whatever it was. Trying to find out, my sister found that there was a bakery there one time. That's like just right down the road from it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That bakery's gone. It's been gone a long time, and it blew my mind to get that coming through the ghost tool, and it made sense after we figured that out because I didn't understand why I was getting chocolate and cupcakes. Yeah, those old fire maps are really cool. That's another reason why I go to her because Sugi has those old fire maps, and you can go through and look at things, and if it's there, she can see what was there years ago. Um, Up until about a year ago, there was a hummus place in there. Never made hummus. I think it's gone now. Yeah, but anything like that, I mean, any kind of thing you can use to research stuff, man, do it. I mean, there's so much out there, so much more now we can find than we could maybe, when we started 6 years ago. Yeah, it's been almost I can't believe it's almost been 6 years since we started YouTube. And um, we're almost at 700 videos. I did it the other day. I think we're like six. This would be 694. Tomorrow will be 695. We're really, really close to 700 total videos. Blows my mind. And of course, that's YouTube Shorts counting in there as well. But um, yeah, that's a lot. I couldn't believe it. And I went back and like I say, me and Marnie were looking at some of our vlogs. So we're thinking about doing vlogs again. And there was one that we did in December of 17. And I think I'd made mention that I'd had from August to December at that time, like 70 videos we had put up. I think that's what I said in that video. 70. I told Marty we must have been cranking them out like nobody's business back then. But it made sense because we were using our phones to record, and you really back then, before we had a camera, the SD card and all that stuff, um, it, whatever we filmed, I pretty much put up that day or the next day, and I guess we had about 70 in August, September, October, about 4 months, 70 videos. So 70 of them in about 4 months when we first started. So that's where part of that 700 is. And then we're at the mark of almost 120,000 views. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you all so much. All this stuff that you all have done to help us out get where we are, with we're over 1,100 subscribers and all that. You don't know how much it means to me that you've gotten us where we are. We do appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Bama. We appreciate all you all. We really do. So, anybody got anything else? I think I'm going to get ready to shut it down here in just a little bit. Um, Trying to still keep that hour span like we used to back in the day. Back in the day, being a year ago. But um, I'm trying to think. So, yeah, again, tomorrow video around 1 o'clock. Make sure you have the bell clicked on. And let's see. Tuesday. So Tuesdays and Saturdays seem to be the days I've been doing good, putting videos up. So I will keep doing that. Okay, Killboy. Thank you. We appreciate you being here, buddy. Try to catch up on you with some video gaming soon. I've not even done any GTA or anything. Um, I've not been on my game in a bit. All right. Good night, Killboy. Thank you, buddy. Um, so there are some of us that play GTA 5 on Xbox and stuff, and I haven't been on there in a while to play. Partly because I've been sick and partly because I've been tired. And then the other part being I'm trying to get this channel moving as good as I can. 'Cause I don't want to neglect this channel at all. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it. My voice is starting to go away though again. Um, but we'll be back next Friday, good Lord willing, and maybe we'll do the shed next Friday. We'll see. Maybe we can get the dolls out. I can arrange some stuff out there and get them dolls out, and we'll try to investigate them next week, maybe. But so I want to hop off here. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Um, just check out our video tomorrow. I think you're really going to like it. And until next Friday, God bless. We'll see you soon.